we can pick up where we left off yesterday. Right, so just a quick recap until my screen is visible. We left off at the point where we're working on our profile, right? So remember, this was our Upwork profile. Now, if you're going to do this inside the paid squad, this is how you would approach it, right? You would go in here and then go straight to your paid pillars course, or you can click on member menu and go straight to your paid pillars course there. Always want to start off at the welcome page, and that has everything in your dashboard, your main dashboard. So then once you're inside the paid pillars course, it will take you to the wonderful spot where you will get to optimize your profile using AI. But I wanted you to check out the spreadsheet that automatically does your Upwork math for you. So remember yesterday we figured out that our hourly rate is going to be $90 an hour because of this, our actual monthly budget, right? So we're going to stick to that. We're not going to change our mind about that either. So now we know $90 an hour. And also, if we're going to take fixed price projects, we're only going to be available for something that's 1,340 or 103,000. That's 1,330, right? So that is the minimum. So we go, I'm going to say I'm a copywriter. Then we went ahead and we did our sorting, $90, 1,340. And then we did our filter and everything looks good. And we saved the search, right? So we went ahead and saved this particular search. Now we have our project. This was 18 minutes ago. Let's quickly optimize our profile and then come back and submit a proposal and actually start sending proposals. But this is when you load your paid pillars, this is where it takes you. Remember, the paid squad includes a challenge, multiple challenges, the course, one-on-one sessions. So you can go one-on-one with me every single week based on your journal. So you're really getting full service. Every single week, we have a one-on-one so I can keep track of your progress. And also, this helps me. It says 0%, don't believe it. But it keeps, I have on my side where I take a look at everybody's and I can see how far you are on your journey as well, just to make things easier for us so I can help you when you're inside the squad. All right, back to the profile. So these are the main keywords that we're going to be focusing on. I'll just remove this annotation. So we figured out that our title is going to be a copywriter, content writing, and strategic lead gen based on all of these keywords that we found, right? Because these are the words that clients use. Now we're going to go back to our profile. And I have a sales copywriting profile, expert, whatever you want to call it. And you see it's pretty much on the money. So we'll change my rate. We'll make it 90. And we're going to save that. And then master copywriter, marketing strategist. So we're going to change that and make it based on what the clients are looking for, right? And then you can start playing around with the copy of it all. You can finesse it. So let's do that. Save. Senior marketing copywriter. See if we, yeah, it cut off. So I'm going to say lead gen strategy. And there we go. So now we've done that part. And remember, I told you guys when you're updating your profile, this is all in there, right? But then this also has to be in the first 6 lines. All these keywords have to be in the first 6 lines. So copywriting and content writing. Let's see how we did and see if we can change it. Okay, yeah, we're going to change it. Copywriting. Content writing. Powered by neuro-linguistic programming, neuromarketing, and sales psychology. And then let's see. Okay. Yep. So we have SEO was one of the things, content strategy was one of the things. Say it, yep. So do you see how this is no longer using the storytelling method? Let's do that. Okay, so we didn't really have to do much to change my profile. I'm going to save this. Before I move on, do we have any questions? And if you're joining us live on YouTube or Facebook, please feel free to ask. So now that we're done with the profile, it's time to send proposals. Okay, so the profile's done. Let's go back to Copywriter. And this is the very first one that we are going to send for now. We want to make sure, one more thing, that the payment method is verified. But even if the payment method is not verified, there is like a way to finesse it so that you can make sure that the client does pay you. So I'll show you how to do that. Copywriter to audit landing page. Perfect. Got all my profile keywords in it. So now that I have found the project, what am I looking to do? We did it only slightly. Payment method is verified, as you can see. We did it only slightly yesterday. And it says only freelancers located in the US may apply. Okay, must note that, because if you don't, sadly, you're going to be wasting your connects. Now, let's see if typically what Upwork will do is that it will also ask me if I'm sure I want to apply. It'll ask if I'm sure I want to apply to the project because of the qualifications that the client has put through. So I'm going to click on apply now. And there should be a white pop-up. Hey, Pearl, welcome to the live. Should be like a little yellow pop-up that shows up on the screen and says, you do not meet the location criteria. Now, Bongani, can you tell us, what do we call this thingy right here? You can't submit. So it's not saying you can, but just know the client will know that you don't meet all the criteria. If it had said you can submit a proposal, but the client will see that you don't meet the criteria, we would call that what exactly?
The elephant in the room.
Right. But in this instance, let me just see if I can actually submit a proposal. Yeah, it's not going to work. Right. The client specifically wants freelancers from the United States. Okay. No harm, no foul. On to the next one. Okay, so this is again fixed rate, but it's within our wheelhouse. Now, only freelancers located in the US may apply. It's going to be a long night if this is, don't worry, we'll fast forward. But you just keep going, okay? Start there, move along. It's going to be a long night. It must be one agency or something. Okay, German copywriter, not really. Microsoft Ads Specialist. That was one of the keywords we found yesterday. Customer experience expert. Let's just double check to make sure. Only. Okay, this one is open worldwide, and this one's open worldwide. And I've got a feeling that having United States in the filters might be the reason why we're having such a limitation. So I'm going to remove that, and let's see what we get. Cold emails. Okay, let's remove the country filters entirely to expand the search pool. Okay, everything else can stay. All right, marketing specialist, German native, full-time expert social. Do not apply if you're an agency. Good for you, because I'm not. Facebook ads creative. Okay, certified auto mechanics, not me. Let's see. Okay, so did you guys see what I did? I don't want to go like too fast. Did you guys see and understand why I did what I did when I changed my filters? Chigo says yes. Bongani?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Okay, so the reason why I got rid of those country filters, let's scroll back up so I can show you. Any minute now, window. Okay, great, the window is frozen. No high, no foul. So I went up here, right? And remember how we had all those countries, United States, United Arab Emirates, Estonia, United Kingdom, all of that, Australia. I got rid of those filters. It was this part here, client location. I got rid of that filter because I wanted to increase my search pool. So actually, this is a whole new search now. It's copywriter worldwide, right? So if you want to do that worldwide, you can save it. Done. Now we have copywriter worldwide. And now here are our options. Payment method is still verified. Nothing changes there. So if you look, payment method is still verified. Everything else is still the same, except for the small little thing of now we're going worldwide. Does that make sense, Bongani?
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. And let's quickly check our YouTube peeps if you guys are understanding, and our Facebook people. Are you understanding? Okay, nobody commented yet. Nobody is with us live on Facebook yet, but let's see if somebody is with us live on YouTube. If not, catch the replay. Okay, we have one person joining us. No problem. Okay, so let's just get to it then. Time to submit proposals. And Microsoft Ads Specialist. I'm not interested in this, to be quite honest with you. Let's see what this one is. Full-time something. Do not apply for an agency. Must be an influencer herself. Okay, that's fine. Master in Canva. Okay. Is anybody in the house looking for something like this, a project like this? Let me know. I'll pop the link in the chat. It's not something I would personally do, but you know what? It's the new year. You could try it. Thanks to project. And B. Okay, you guys can grab it. Now, preferred qualifications, they do prefer someone based in the United States, although it's worldwide. And that's it. So what do I do now to make sure that this project is worth my while? Does anybody want to let me know? It's a magic A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Magic what? Let me know in the chat or grab the mic. Yes, it's the Magic L. Welcome. Chigo came to work today. So, okay. So this is how the Magic L works. If it's your first time seeing this, we're going to go like this. So we start off with skills and expertise. Then we look at the client's preferred qualifications and the activity on the job. And the Magic L is where you start so that you don't waste your Upwork Connect. So when you put it all together, as you can see, it looks like the letter L, or like a kind of a demented one, but it's an L, right? So we have all of these skills. We know that we do. Are we in the United States? No, but it's the elephant in the room, and we know how to get around that. And if you don't know how to get around that, don't worry, we'll show you how. But here's where it gets interesting. This usually is the deciding factor as to whether or not a project is worth your time. And it is activity on the job. All right. So why do I say that? If you look, they have received approximately how many proposals, Chigo?
Roughly 5 to 10 proposals.
Right? So that would be, if you're going to give us an approximate number based on the video you watched last night, the number is how many?
I can't recall that.
The number is 9. So from now on, when you see 5 to 10, just know that they have received 9 proposals. The minute it says 10 to 15, know that they've received about 14. When it says 15 to 20, they received about 19. So this is page 1 still, but the minute I submit my proposal, I'm the first person to show up on page 2. It's not looking good for me. Another reason why I would not submit my proposal to this project is because of this part here. They have sent out 30 invites. 25 of those invitations were not answered. So, Bongani, what does that tell us? Are they open to working with people who have submitted proposals? Are they open to working with these 9 people? Because they're already interviewing 5 people if you look here. So are they open to receiving proposals from these 9 people? Chigo, you got the spotlight again. Do you think that this client would be open or receptive? Chigo says no. And why is that?
Well, basically, they've sent out 30 invites, and out of those 30 invites, 25 people have not answered. So that means that they're interviewing the 5 people that answered the invites. So technically, they're not interested in the people that have sent proposals.
Snaps to you. Congratulations. Yes, that is exactly it. Right? They've already gone ahead and invited 30. 25 of those 30 have not answered. 5 of them have answered, and they're already talking to those 5. So they're not even looking at this. So for me personally, I would not waste my connects. I would not submit a proposal to this client, even if they have a good budget, right? We love the budget, but I wouldn't do it personally. All right, so then we move on to the next one. We'll do it anyway. No agencies, freelancers only. Okay, fantastic. We're gonna go start with the Magic L. They say Europe, the Ukraine, it's fine. Does any of this look like something I'd be willing to do? Adobe Creative Cloud, I have it, but it's expensive to me to pay for the license again. Video editing, Premiere Pro. Okay, this seems like a video editing project. Not interested. It's got nothing to do with copywriting. Okay, let's see here. Right down to the Magic L again. Adobe Creative. No. Okay. Now we're gonna start again. Facebook ads, PR, and PPC. Okay, it's interesting. 5 to 10. Did I not filter for that? We did. Let's keep it to here. We just reduced. Now I just click that because we just reduced our competition pool one more time. Okay, landing and sales page copy. That seems like something we can do. Less than 5 people have submitted proposals. It requires 16 connects. That's fine. Cold emails, Facebook ads, lead the charge in email marketing. Okay, so this one is interesting. Less than 5 people. We'll do that one. Customer success management, cold email. Interesting. We'll do that one. And experience check iGaming writers. Okay. Start with this one. And Magic L. English, landing page, copywriting, excellent. Less than 5 proposals. They're already interviewing someone and they were active yesterday, right? So they are interested. This is a hot lead. Let's go. We're gonna apply now to this project. So now we've got everything we need to apply. I'm going to remind you guys of the 1, 2, 3 rule. Before I remind you, because I don't want to take you guys for granted, does anybody remember what the 1, 2, 3 rule is? If not, then I'll show it to you. Okay, Chico does not remember the 1, 2, 3 rule. Anybody else? Okay, Bongani does not remember the 1, 2, 3 rule. No problem. All right. Looks like there was an issue with our YouTube stream, but that's okay. We fixed it now. So here is what the 1, 2, 3 rule looks like in practice when I submit my proposal. I want you to start here. This is called the job category, this part over here. So you're going to start here. This is number 1 for us. All right. So 1, job category. And then we're going to go 2, landing pages and copy. So this will be our 2. And then finally, this will be our 3, project description. And Bongani, do you want to tell us why we go in this order? There's a tool that we're going to use.
You're gonna use ChatGPT.
Excellent. And why do we go in that order? If I'm going to use ChatGPT and I'm going to use the 1, 2, 3 rule, why exactly am I going in that order? Is there a particular reason why I'm going in that order? Okay, Chico hit it. Chico is like, I know this.
This is just a wild guess, but does it have anything to do with the prompt, the order in which you give the prompts?
Yes. No. How many videos did you binge? Because you did not come to play with us. Right, so now that we're here, we're on our ChatGPT. We're going to open up one of the chat bots that we use inside the Paid Squad, and it's called Miro PSS. I want to show you guys how Miro actually works. Okay, so we're going to use the 1, 2, 3 rule. We're going to say to Miro, you are an expert at marketing copywriting. So I'm going to copy that. Boom. The next thing we're going to tell Miro is that your prospective client, we're not sure about this client's name. So if you want to go back, does anybody know, or can you guys recall, how do I find out the client's name?
Yes, so we go and look at the reviews at the end, at the bottom there. And then
Okay, there's no reviews. So this tells us what exactly about this client.
The client is new.
And then when you look here, it says member since June 13 last year. They've posted four jobs. They haven't hired anyone. They only have 1 open job. So you can just say, you're going to do the elephant in the room. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Go back to our ChatGPT. You're an expert at something, something. Your prospective client then the final part 3 of the 1, 2, 3 rule, here's what they have to say. And now we're going to copy all of this. right? So this is part 3. And if I go back up and I look at it like this, it is done, 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 right? Now we're going to go back to ChatGPT and let Miss GPT know. And we, funny enough, don't have to say anything else. I'm going to say they're interviewing one candidate right now. Let's grab their attention. And that's our prompt-ish. We don't really need to prompt Neuro because Neuro's already got it figured out. So let's see how Neuro does. It's been a while. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of this. Great to hear about your new course. We'll finesse that. Your search for Kick-Ass Copywriter with the knack for info products stops here. Boom. And there is our answer. So now, do you guys remember our PSS framework? If you remember it, let us know, how does it go? Bongani, what was the PSS framework? I'll put it on the screen as well, because I want to be fair, but if you remember the PSS framework, could you tell us how it works? PSS framework.
Yeah. I have it saved somewhere, but I can't really recall very well now.
Attention to detail. That's step number 1. And we did that because we saw that they're already interviewing someone. Number 2 is our greeting. Number 3 would be our value or observation. So free value, something that's going to, like a quick tip, something that shows that we are actually good at what we do. 4th thing is going to be what? Seeking permission. 2, what are we seeking permission for? To ask questions. And then finally, we're going to give them what? Strong CTA or call to action. They have to do something. Right? And what else? What comes next after that? There we go. So that is the PSS framework. Take a screenshot if you've never seen it before. And if you're watching us on YouTube, pause. Take a screenshot, write it down, do whatever you need to do. That is the PSS framework. In our Make $10,000 per month challenge, and it's also a training on the website. So you can actually go to the website and click under mentorship and you'll see the free 10K guide. We call this, it's actually a copywriting technique called AIDA, okay? And so to make it easier for you guys, because AIDA, if you don't remember it, you'll never remember. To make it more actionable, I went ahead and turned it into our PSS framework, but it is a copywriting technique called AIDA. So essentially, every time you use the PSS framework, you're being a copywriter. And so what I always tell anyone and everyone who is part of the squad is that the low-hanging fruit skill for you, meaning the skill that you can do without any kind of training, you can get a quick certification from Udemy, is copywriting. There's always work for copywriting, even though now clients are even asking, do you use a GPT? And that's totally fine. So do I have your permission to clean up the screen and then we'll use the PSS framework and see how different the answer will be from Neuro? Give me a thumbs up when you're ready for me to move on. In the meantime, let me check in on our friends that are, thank you guys, that are joining us inside Facebook. Try Lamini, nice to see you commenting. Let's see what Try has to say. Try says, I've been watching your videos, learning, and I'll be working on my profile as from tomorrow. That's excellent, Tribe. We'd like to see you do that. See if we have anybody commenting on YouTube. Is anybody there? No, we don't have anyone commenting on YouTube. No big deal. Right? All right, we're going to carry on now. Catch the recording, my wonderful YouTubers. Okay, so I'm going to clear everything on the screen now. And we're going to start again with the PSS framework. Now, instead of using this, we're going to edit it. And we're going to use the framework. You are an expert at marketing, prospective client who is new on Upwork and is already interviewing another candidate for the project. You want to catch their attention away from this other candidate. That's the attention to detail. Here's what they have to say, all of that. Now we're going to go into our prompt for Nero. Number one, what do we want to do? Give them some valuable information pertaining to this project and caution them about a commonly made let's see how she does now. This is, by the way, you're seeing it here first, even inside the page book, we don't prompt Nero. We just give Nero the work and Nero does the writing. But this time I wanted to use the PSS framework and see what happens. Okay, so Nero says, hello, thrilled to hear about your project and I appreciate your detailed brief. Your enthusiasm for finding a top-tier copywriter for your info products shines through, and I'm confident that my experience in this niche aligns perfectly with your needs. Okay, addressing your key points. My portfolio includes several successful info product campaigns, from ebooks to online courses. I've crafted compelling copy that converts. I can share specific case studies highlighting increased conversion rates. My rates are competitive and reflect the quality and efficiency. So what is the issue here that you guys are immediately noticing? Pearl? Nobody? Okay. So the main issue that I had when Nero was addressing the client's key points was that it was very me-centric. My portfolio, I can share, my rates are, well, I do utilize, I value. So, okay, it's fine, in my opinion. And here's another really fun fact. You can copy this. It's fine because Nero turned around and said, I have a few questions to better understand your question, your project. So that's important. According to the PSS framework, we never close off without giving them questions, right? Now, as for the quick tip, here to avoid a common pitfall, beware of copywriters who prioritize style over substance. Effective copy for info products must be engaging, but more important, it should clearly communicate value and resonate with the target audience. So I'm going to get rid of targeted questions. I have a few questions to better understand your project will be the way that I will structure it. So let's go ahead. And the reason why I clicked on the clipboard, if you look, let me just paste this here and we'll come back to it. But there is a reason why I clicked on the clipboard. This is perfectly formatted for Upwork. So the double asterisks makes things bold on Upwork, right? So I don't have to rewrite that. And that's done. Great. So we're gonna keep on going. There's no questions, no messages, nothing in our YouTube comments, which is really interesting. Okay. Okay, great. So this is done. Now, long-term collaboration, I value, that's fine. First thing we're going to get rid of is hello there. This is something called, if you're inside the Paid Squad, we call it a bot tell. And in fact, to all the Paid Squad members, I'm going to give you guys a PDF that has a bunch of words that I would like you to tell inside your custom instructions. Tell your GPT, do not use the following words, because they're one of the ways in which clients can see that you've used artificial intelligence to put together a piece of copy or any kind of communication that you're doing with them. So we're not going to use bot tells. Okay, so we're going to say, hey, I'm thrilled to hear about your project. Thanks so much for the detailed brief. Can you say that? I can tell that you're definitely looking for a copyright for your info products. And then we're going to get rid of this part here. And I'm confident that my experience ignore. Okay. Addressing your key points. This is fine. And I'm going to change this because the client is not based in the United States, so I can change that to be normal English instead of American English. So prioritize with an S, effective copy, yada, 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 yada. Now, this part here, what I like to say is, so what do you think? And then I'll say something like, let me know. And instead of saying best regards, I'll just say thanks, or thanks again, since I said thanks at the beginning. And then I'll sign on. Good. She can't write her own name. Okay, and then you want to link your portfolio at least somewhere. For me, it's Paid Squad, right? Boom, done. And I want this to be in italics, so we only use one asterisk on each side. Now we're going to go back up, because this is a fixed rate project, and it's the first time we've ever done fixed rate together. I typically advise you guys to do hourly because you have that payment protection. But it's okay, money can still be held in escrow if the client is already payment method verified, and this one is. So we know their budget is 5K. We're going to say by milestone. Milestones to be determined after communication. And then you can take the entire budget, so the entire 5K. Boom, done. And then duration, to put something like this together, does not take me more than a month. So let's check the chat quickly while it's unfreezing itself. Chico says, what does escrow mean? Escrow means, you know, when you've ever bought a house, or maybe you want to rent an apartment. To show the estate agent that you are serious, they ask for a certain amount of money. That's the money that you hold in escrow, right? To show them that there's nobody else that should take this property because you are super serious about it. Same thing happens on Upwork. When money is held in escrow, it ensures that at the end of the day, when you're done doing the work, your client will actually pay because they've already taken money from either their credit card or their debit card to ensure that you as the freelancer are protected. Now, I'm going to say less than a month. And let's check the chat one more time. Yeah, it's kind of like a deposit. Exactly. Escrow is kind of like a deposit. Or rather, you could say it's held in like a savings pocket, if for lack of a better way of putting it. Let's make this bold. Now you can start to just freestyle with the result from Euro PSS. And let's see, do we want to boost? Honestly, everybody who boosted, not everybody actually the client will see. So we're not that desperate. And another really fun fact I want to show you guys is that we're going to use the profile that we've just done, the sales copywriting profile, because we want to use a specialized profile for this so that they can see our other copywriting abilities, right? So we don't want to use our general profile. So I'm not going to boost this because here's how the client sees things. They're going to see best match. That's courtesy of the Upwork algorithm. And because I did my profile optimization, all right, the next group, they will see the boosted people and it'll just be like a little lightning strike that says boosted, right? This freelancer is interested in this project. And then the rest of us will show up. And now, as you can see, there's only 4 people who've submitted proposals and 1 of them is getting interviewed. So clearly these people wasted their connects. So I'm going to send it to 16 connects because I'm not boosting. We don't boost over here. And we understand. So here is the explanation one more time. Escrow protection. Only funds deposited for an active milestone are covered by escrow protection. And that is why when we work fixed rate, we don't choose, I'm going to click on cancel so I can show you guys the difference. We don't click here. We don't click to get our entire payment at the end. Instead, we'd rather get paid in smaller chunks. That way we have that escrow protection. All right, so I'm going to send now our bid for 16 connects, and I'm going to continue because I understand what's at stake. And now let's quickly check what's going on in our comments before we move on to the next one, which is for lead gen. And as if you guys can remember, I do have lead gen at the very, very top of my profile. If you look here, at the very top, we talk about lead generation, right? Content writing and lead generation strategy. So this is another perfect fit. Right, so the proposal is sending. Let's check the comments on YouTube, see if we have any comments there. No messages yet on YouTube. And let's check on Facebook if we have any comments there. No comments there. So while that's happening, Do we have any questions here in the chat live here on Zoom while I'm looking for what's going on Facebook? And I'm still going to come out with a video on Friday that summarizes both yesterday and today's videos. That way it's all nice and seamless for those who probably don't want to have to watch the whole thing all over again. So don't worry about that. All right, we don't seem to have any questions. So I'm going to end it here then. Is that fair? Or should we do one more proposal?
Can we do one more proposal, please?
All right.
Yeah, I agree. One more, please.
No problem. And let's see if I can share the screen now. We crashed. And share. Okay, perfect. Can you all let me know once you're able to see the screen? Can you see it?
Yes.
Perfect. So now what happens next? Walk me through, Bongani, since you got the mic. Walk me through the process.
Okay, I think okay, this is a new one. We'll go to the L at the bottom to check the activity on this project.
Okay, perfect. Ooh, look at that. We're starting here at skills and expertise. Remember our magic L. Now, what do you guys see and what do you say to what you see?
They've sent 29 invites.
Chigo is on the money today. So they've sent 29 invites. 12 of these invites went unanswered. 2 of the people are being interviewed right now. So in your opinion, is this particular client actually on the market for a freelancer that is submitting a proposal?
They are not.
They are not, because?
Simply because they're interviewing people that they've invited, well, those specifically that have answered the invites.
Facts. Okay, that's true. So what do? We just bounce because that's going to be a waste of connects, right? All right. Let's see what happened there. Fortunately, we did a thing at the beginning before our whole browser crashed. We saved our search. So all we have to do really is to just reload the search that we saved. And fingers crossed, it'll still be there. Let's see if the proposal that we sent. I think so. Okay, yep, everything is still there because we saved the search. And did the proposal that we just sent get actually sent before we crashed? Let's see. It should say proposal sent. Okay, we'll let that roll. Now back to the actual potential projects we can take on. So even if you face technical difficulties, don't worry about it, guys. You just come back. Okay. Experienced project manager, they don't really say anything about fluency in German. Okay, that's fine. Brand designer for marketing agency, that looks interesting. Brand identity, brand strategy, all of that good stuff we can do using our general profile, not necessarily using the copywriting profile. Hungarian, Italian, Oh, something different. If you guys are interested in this, now that you understand how to do everything that I just taught you, you can actually add Upwork Profile Optimization Expert to your profile, and you'll be able to do this. So, yeah, you can do that if you want to, but less than 5 people have gone ahead and there we go. Right, so experienced B2B copywriter, should we actually do Upwork profile optimization? What do you guys think? Give me a thumbs up or no. Bongani says do it. Do it. Okay, and where do we start?
We'll start with the
Excellent. And that is when you say Magic L, tell me, where do I go? Where do I scroll? What do I do?
You scroll down and you start there with skills and expertise to see what they're looking for. And you look at the preferred qualifications, and then you look at the activity that's on this job.
So we are glowing green for go right now. Everything looks good here. Skills and expertise, we already know I have the skills. They've invited 2 people, and they're currently interviewing one of the 2 people that they invited, but they were last active on this project 2 months ago. Do you think we should go ahead and submit a proposal? Let's see.
Definitely not.
Let's see. Let's go back and have a look, because I've got a feeling maybe they made, no, this is 2 months ago. Definitely not, Chico says. And why is that?
Well, it seems like they've lost interest in the gig that they posted.
In the project, we try not to say gig around these parts because we want things to be long term. It's okay, you'll get used to my style. Okay, that's fine. Next up is this one. Let's just see that our proposal sent, or else we will have to redo it. Okay, cool. There it is. Don't stop now. Here they're telling you you should set up a project catalog. We could do that in the next video. Do you guys think we should set up a project catalog in the next video?
I've actually seen this project catalog. I didn't understand. Is it like your portfolio?
So a project catalog is Upwork's offer or Upwork's version of Fiverr. It's basically the client already comes through and buys your service without you having to submit a proposal. So you package your work nicely inside a catalog, and then they come through and they buy something from you. So this thing here of landing and sales page copy, you can do highly converting sales copy and package it nicely, and then set a price, and then explain to the client, for instance, how many steps it's going to take, how long it's going to take you to get the work done, and they'll just buy from you that way. So to put this together, you do need to do a little bit of market research, but we will show you how to do that if you come through next week, Monday. Okay, so this is the proposal sent. As you can see here, if I press close on this, it says your proposal was submitted. You always want to double check that. Should we also next week, apart from doing the project catalog, should we also set up our virtual consultations? Thumbs up and down.
Oh.
She goes like, yes. Pearl is like, I don't know. Girl, do what you want. Don't let me stop you. Okay, so here we go. Where do I start? You guys said I should start at skills and expertise. Brand identity, brand strategy, we're good. Brand guidelines, we can do all of that. Less than 13 days ago. That means they wanted this done for the new year, right? Okay. Now we're gonna look at the client's history. Their name is Marcin. Now, I don't believe it's a waste of connects to submit this proposal because of the interesting nature of where we are right now in the year. It's still early days. So they're probably trying to find talent right now that they can use throughout the year. So I don't think it's an absolute waste. So you have to consider not just the last viewed date, but also the date and the context. So it's a new year, right? Scroll. Okay, cool. This also tells us where we're going to start. So whenever you see an additional question, you're going to have to trust me, bro. But if you're in the paid squad, I actually show you how the client sees your proposals, especially if there's additional questions. Okay. So we're going to wait for it, and then we're going to start. So when there's additional questions, your 1, 2, 3 goes a little bit different. The 1, 2, 3 is for when you're working with your GPT, but you don't start here, right? Typically, this is your 1. This is your new 1 now. Your personalized tips. Okay, cool. So Upwork also has their own AI. Interesting. Use it if you want to. Me personally, I've never used it. So first thing, this is step 1. I'm going to say pay to the client. Pay Marcin. I believe that's how you say their name. Right? Because I saw it 3 times. Now I can start my 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to use my general profile because that's where I talk about branding, right? So mugshot created. I'm going to say something that's very interesting. Okay, then we'll do all of those good things. And I'm going to show you guys how to use highlights as well. It's fun. Okay, how often do I want to rate the increase? I typically say never because of what we have in sales psychology called anchoring, right? Your client is anchored at a specific price, which for them is 99, right? This is their budget and I want 90, right? So I don't want to mess with that. Even though my profile rate is this, when a client invites me to a project, they will invite me at this rate. But because they have their budget, I'm going to go with what we decided when we were doing our Upwork math using the spreadsheet. As long as I make my $90 an hour, which will allow me to make about this much part of my weekly goal, knowing that I only have 15 hours available because now I'm doing post-grad, I can at least get my 90, work 15 hours or less, depends on the client's budget. And now we can start our 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got all of that out of the way. 1, brand identity design. 2, brand designer for marketing agency. So we've got our expertise, we've got the job title, and we have the job description. Let's head on straight to Miro and see how we do. So the cool thing about this is you can just simply start a brand new chat by clicking there. And you will start a new chat for us. What I highly recommend is that you have a new chat for each and every one of your clients. You do not want to have everything happening in one thread because when the client responds to you, they're a prospect right now. But when the prospect responds to you, you want to be able to find the chat that you were in with them, right? So that is the reason why I highly recommend that you do it that way. So we're going to say you are an expert. And what was our job category? Brand identity design. Your prospective client, Marcin, in Australia, you can give it as much information as you can because remember, you are the eyes and ears for your Neuro PSS or your GPT. It cannot see, so you have to tell it. Please don't copy and paste the link to the project. Disaster. In Australia is looking for your help with, I don't know, let's have a look at what being, oh, okay, would like you to be. Here's what they have to say. And I can already see that they created this job post using ChatGPT because we've got held in there. This is another way of doing a prompt. Okay, so she's already going ahead and she's already giving us all questions. So she's programmed to do the PSS framework. Now, ideally, you do not want your proposal to be too long. Inside, I actually have more than 5 years experience, but okay. Let's see if they had a CTA branding maestro. Yes, include the words. Attention to detail is key. Okay, branding maestro. That is the very first thing that I'm going to say. And remember, this shows up first. So you can put it here and you can put it here. Now, we're not going to include the hello because we've already done our greeting somewhere else. I couldn't help but notice. And boom. We're not going to copy the whole thing because we want to finesse things ourselves. And then okay. So we start our mission, we've got our 1, 2, 3. And again, boom, and it becomes easier as time goes by. And I'm just gonna drop off my URL for this. All right, provide links. Ooh, there's a lot. There's a lot. I'm gonna have to. Okay, I'll do that off camera. But let's have a look. Another thing that you can do is you can add Upwork jobs. So marketing, select highlight. Okay, looks like I have all the highlights I need. But there we go. So you see, you can add that in, or you can add a portfolio project or you can add a certificate. So just because you're new does not mean that you need to necessarily include all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and find all the projects. We'll start with this one. And gosh, I'll just use okay, 1, 2, 3, and then done. Done. Let's just skip this. I actually don't mind making this bold. And we're done. Okay, so we've got our rate. You want to do a double check one more time. The rate is done. The cover letter has attention to detail. Okay, we fixed typos. We've done the attention to detail here again. We've got we don't do attachments, guys. We do links. Some clients will actually request links. Other clients will say, show us past work. And if you include attachments, they just will not look at them. If you join the squad, you'll see exactly what I mean by they will not look at them. Like, just go here to get additional information. You do not need to pay for anything. I will just tell you more information here at msling.co/paid-squad. Okay, but some clients will really hate it if you add attachments. And inside the squad, you'll see exactly what it looks like when you add attachments and why it's so unattractive. Okay, so I feel good about this. It's my connects that are on the line right now, but from next week onwards, we're going to start doing audits for you guys. So please watch these videos if you're catching the recording, and then redo your profiles when you can. And then let's actually give you an audit from next week, Monday and Tuesday, and send proposals using your Connect. Okay, so I'm going to send this for 16th next. We did a fixed rate project today, and now we're doing our hourly. Let's see, once we've sent our proposal, let's see what we get. And again, no boost, because what's going to happen is that Upwork the algorithm will either show me up because I've optimized according to this project and a bunch of other projects. Remember, we did that keyword research. It's going to say best match. And if I boost, it'll put a lightning strike next to it and also say boosted. So I'm not boosting, but I will be the best match for sure. Okay, so proposal was submitted and we're done. Do we have any questions? We've kind of gone a little bit over time today, but it has been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for the awesome session. Again, very insightful.
Excellent. You have any questions, Chico? Because you kind of surprised me a little bit. You're new, but you're already like knowing and doing things. Oh no, who sent you?
No, the CIA did. Yeah, no, again, really thank you. Really keen for next week's session as well. And yeah, I'm really just gonna volunteer my profile to be audited. So yeah, I'll just work on that, and then yeah.
Sounds good. And try Flamini, are you still watching us on Facebook? Let me know. Are you gonna have your profile ready? Because you said you're gonna be working on it as from tomorrow. Catch the recordings right here on Facebook or on YouTube, and then come through next week and let's give your profile a quick audit from a client's perspective. and then start submitting proposals. So get ready. You guys are going to be sharing your screens from next week onwards. But this Friday, I will put together an edit that combines yesterday and today's key moments so that you can just jog your memory over the weekend, and then Monday, hopefully you'll be ready. Does that sound good, everyone?
Yeah, that's good.
Excellent.
I actually would like to ask something.
Sure.
Okay, the first question, I have two questions. The first one is on the profile video. I'd like to know because I wanted to do a video just to enhance my profile. Yeah, I just drafted a script. So do you think it's still relevant?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's another way for your profile to stand out. So it is absolutely still relevant. Definitely do it. Whatever you can do to increase your profile completeness, do it. And also whatever you can do to set yourself apart from your closest competition, do it. Now, inside the Paid Squad, there's a specific way we set up our videos. I'm not going to show you guys that. Like I said, I'm happy to give you guys as much free information as you like, because there is so much more to it. Inside the squad, we show you guys how to create your videos to be even more engaging, impactful, and professional. But a video is never a bad idea. 1000% agree with you having a video. Do you have any other questions?
All right, thank you. Okay, the second one, I'm just getting ready for next week with my profile. The second one is something you had said towards the end of last year about, I think you were talking about a portfolio and you mentioned Canva. Yeah, if do you mind just repeating that, please?
So using what's called Canva's Magic Write, you can actually create, if you know what you want to do and you've done the keyword research like we did yesterday, you can create a bunch of stuff based on those keywords. So if I were to share my screen one more time, is that okay? Can I share my screen quickly? I think I can illustrate it better than I can talk. Okay, so let's go back to that profile. So we did this is why manual system, instead of just using ChatGPT, you will use ChatGPT in Q2, but this is Q1. You're starting on a clean slate. You want to see what it is that the market is looking for. So based on the keyword research we've done, this had a number 2 next to it. Let me just remove this so that you know, number 2, number 2, number 2. That means it's like super important. And you can do this for, I don't know how many jobs you want to do. I just do it for all of page. So this particular profile, I will put together a portfolio item using Canva called copywriting. And inside, I will explain the copywriting techniques that I can do. And if I don't have that ability, here's a life hack for you guys. Please don't kill me, Pearl. I'm giving them the keys to the kingdom again one more time, but I'm not showing them how to do it. So this is, again, different. You go on udemy.com, which we love inside the squad, because it's such an excellent way to give social proof without necessarily having to be stuck in a course for 6 months. You're going to type in copywriting. Now, I already have a copywriting certificate from a particular course here on Udemy, but it's been over 10 years. I'm sure there's something even better right now. So we're going to say copywriting. And you can look at that for as low as 150. So if you want to, you can get your skill certificate and then join the squad. So spend your money wisely. Okay, so something called the Complete Copywriting Course, Alan Sharp's 30-hour copywriting masterclass, and ChatGPT tips, or the Complete AI-powered copywriting course and ChatGPT course. It's up to you how you want to do it. So for me, because the OpenAI is, I want to remember this so badly, but I can't remember. But their algorithm, basically, for the large language model is constantly changing. I don't want to go with this because this will need an update. I would rather go with something like this or the Complete Copywriting Course, Right to Sell Like a Pro. Okay, great. We're going to click on it. And then here is how you figure out what you want to put inside your portfolio. So it says what you learned, sales psychology. Okay, that's fine. Course content, right? So what is copywriting? That's the introduction. The next thing you're going to do is content planning or copywriting planning. That could be one thing that goes inside your portfolio. The next one is call to actions. The next one is formulas, right? We just use the AIDA in the PSS framework, but there's also past, right? And there's headlines. So you can put all of these things, press releases, case studies, and what else does she have? Web copy, emails. All of these wonderful modules in the Udemy course are action items inside your portfolio. So even if you don't get the course, or even if you used another course, maybe you used HubSpot, and I'm just using copywriting as an example. These are the items that you want to put inside your portfolio. So once you have all of this down, you're going to go to Canva and you're going to say, you're going to create a cover, you're going to call it press releases. Then you're going to create different clip outs. And the cool thing is that you can use either DALL-E 2 or even Canva's own image generative tools and just say to it, right, create 5 press releases for me. And it's going to, or to create 5 press release clippings for me. And it's going to create like an image that looks like a clipping and a clipping and a clipping. And then the cool thing about Canva is that you can edit the text. So typically DALL-E shows text as gibberish for some reason, and that's the OpenAI version of image generation, like the version of Midjourney, which is not a fair comparison because Midjourney is just so much better. But Canva has the same thing as well. And you will get those clippings, and then you can go back in and edit the text using your own branded text again on Canva. And what will end up happening is that you'll have your portfolio done in like 45 minutes to an hour. Full portfolio for yourself as a copywriter, and another full portfolio depending on your course as a brand strategist, and another portfolio depending again on the course based on you as maybe a web developer front end. So you can look at the fundamentals of front end and add that into your portfolio that way. It's another way of adding some search engine optimization to your profile. Does that make sense, Bongani?
Yeah, no, it does. Thank you. Yeah.
Chigo, you unmuted your mic. Did you want to say something?
No, that's it from me tonight. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, good night, everybody. It's almost 10 p.m. now. Wish me luck. I have a deadline for tomorrow, and I am 2 days behind. So that's great for me. But thanks again for coming live. Really appreciate that it's not an empty room. I was totally gonna go live. Chigo, you were there. Totally gonna go live. It was just me and Chigo, and it was gonna be a Kiki. But thank you guys for showing up. I will see you guys next week Monday with your completed profiles. Yes?
Okay.
Yes.
Bye-bye. Good luck.
Thank you. Good
Good
night.
luck with the deadline.
Happy weekend. Oh, thank you.